Welcome back to my channel, Celebes. Please share and subscribe and press the bell icon for new updates. Carol Burnett really hated him more than anyone else. Carol Burnett was born as Carol Burnett on April 26, 1933 in San Antonio, Texas. She grew up in a tough place with money problems, and her parents had trouble with drinking too much alcohol. Carol was mostly raised by her grandmother in a small apartment in Los Angeles. Even though things were hard, she learned that using her imagination and being funny helped her deal with life's problems. She would often make her friends and herself laugh by putting on little shows and copying other people. Carol's road to being famous really started when she went to college at UCLA in California. She first wanted to study how to be a newspaper writer, but she quickly fell in love with acting and performing instead. Something really important happened when a mystery person gave her money so she could move to New York City to try to become an actress. The only rule was that she had to help someone else in need someday. This kind act would later show how Carol lived her life, always being nice, thankful, and helping others. In the 1950s, Carol got her start on TV by appearing on different variety shows and talk shows. She was especially good on The Gary Moore Show. People loved watching her because she was great at physical comedy, had a very expressive face, and could easily switch from being super funny to being very sincere and touching. Her big breakthrough came when she performed a funny song called "I Made a Fool of Myself Over John Foster Dulles." This showed not only how good her comedy timing was, but also how original and brave she was in making fun of even the most serious people. People connected with her because she was real and genuine, and she could laugh at herself. These became the things she was known for throughout her whole career. The biggest success of her working life was The Carol Burnett Show, which started on CBS TV in 1967. During a time when variety shows were mostly run by men, Carol broke the rules by becoming the first woman to host a long-running variety and sketch show during primetime TV hours. The show ran for 11 seasons until 1978. It was an amazing mix of smart jokes, brilliant character acting, musical performances, and memorable sketches that people still remember today. Whether she was playing the hilariously clumsy secretary, Mrs. Wiggins, the always messy Eunice in the family sketches, or making fun of classic movies in big spoofs like Went with the Wind, Carol showed incredible range and fearlessness in her acting. Her chemistry with her cast members Harvey Korman, Vicki Lawrence, Tim Conway, and Lyle Waggoner created some of the most unforgettable moments in TV history. Off-camera, Carol's special question and answer sessions with the audience at the start of each show became a signature part of her warmth and friendliness. She would walk onto the stage in her beautiful evening dress, listen to questions from people in the audience, and answer with honesty, humor, and a willingness to share personal stories. Her openness created a close bond with viewers, making them feel like they really knew her as a person. Throughout her career, Carol won many awards, including multiple Emmy Awards, Golden Globes, and the Presidential Medal of Freedom. She was also honored with the Kennedy Center Honors in 2003 and the Mark Twain Prize for American Humor in 2013. These awards proved her legacy as not just a comedy genius, but also as a cultural pioneer who opened doors for countless women in entertainment. Beyond her work successes, Carol faced personal challenges with amazing courage. She went through family tragedies, including losing her daughter Carrie Hamilton to cancer in 2002. In the years since, she has talked openly about grief, being strong, and how humor can help heal people. She became a source of comfort and inspiration for others facing similar hard times. Her books like One More Time and This Time Together offer honest, heartfelt thoughts about her life, her career, and the people who shaped her journey. Today, Carol Burnett's influence can be seen in almost every part of comedy and entertainment. Her ability to mix physical slapstick comedy with clever, character-driven humor has inspired generations of performers from Tina Fey to Kristen Wiig. Her barrier-breaking role as a female host in a male-dominated field continues to be a symbol of what's possible with talent, determination, and grace. But even in her later years, she continues to appear in TV shows and movies, delighting delighting audiences with her presence and proving that her comedic spark has never faded. Carol Burnett's personal life, especially her marriages, played a big role in shaping the woman behind the legendary comedy and television icon. Her first marriage was to her college boyfriend, Don Soroyan. The couple got married on December 15, 1955, marking the start of a new chapter in Carol's young adult life. At the time, Carol was still building her career and learning how to be an adult. Their relationship faced challenges that led to it ending, and they got divorced in 1962. This time period was important for Carol because it happened while she was slowly becoming famous and moving into the entertainment business. This created a complex emotional foundation while her work demands were growing. Soon after her divorce from Soroyan, Carol's life took an important turn when she met Joe Hamilton. On May 4, 1963, she married Hamilton, a man whose influence on her career and personal life was huge. Joe Hamilton was a TV producer with lots of experience in the industry. He was also a divorced father of 8 children, which made their blended family situation complicated and interesting. He was the brother of actress Kip Hamilton, which gave them an extra connection to the entertainment world. Their relationship started as work partners when Hamilton produced Carol's highly praised 1962 Carnegie Hall concert. This concert showed her talents in a mix of comedy and music to an amazed audience. This working relationship soon grew into a life partnership. Hamilton was very important in producing many of Carol's projects, most notably The Carol Burnett Show, which became one of the most loved variety shows in TV history. Their marriage wasn't just a personal relationship, but a creative partnership that helped take Carol's career to new heights. Together, they dealt with the pressures of show business while raising a family. The couple had 3 daughters, and balancing the demands of a busy household with the hard work of TV production was definitely a challenge they faced together. Despite what seemed like a perfect partnership, Carol and Hamilton's marriage had difficulties. Their relationship ended in divorce in 1984 after more than 20 years together. One of the hardest challenges they faced was dealing with their daughter, Carrie's struggles with drug addiction. This painful family problem became a reason for Carol and Hamilton to become advocates for parents facing similar issues. They openly talked about the challenges of dealing with addiction in the family, helping to remove the shame around the subject during a time when such conversations were often kept private. They also took active steps to support recovery efforts by raising money for the clinic where Carrie got treatment. This showed their commitment not only to their daughter, but to helping others in the community. In an important moment of coming together and healing, Carol and Carrie traveled to Moscow in 1988 to help start the first Alcoholics Anonymous group in the Soviet Union. This trip showed Carol's dedication to helping break the silence around addiction worldwide and supporting recovery movements around the globe. This action highlighted her willingness to use her public fame for meaningful causes beyond entertainment. In interviews years later, Carol was honest about the fact that her feelings toward Corman were complicated and painful. She admitted that while she admired his comedic genius and recognized his undeniable talent, there were times when she could not stand him. The frustration, anger, and disappointment she felt sometimes bordered on genuine hatred, especially during moments of conflict, or when Corman's behavior disrupted the harmony of their working environment. This strong dislike was made worse by the fact that Carol and Corman spent countless hours together during the show's long run, which meant that the bad moments could not be easily avoided or ignored. Unlike more casual coworkers, their partnership demanded closeness and close collaboration, making every irritation or complaint bigger. For Carol, the weight of these feelings was made worse by her desire to stay professional, which forced her to hold back much of her frustration during filming and public appearances. In a way, Carol's hatred for Corman was a reflection of the huge emotional investment she put into the show and the people she worked with. When creative collaborators have problems, especially after so many years of shared success, the emotional fallout can be intense. The disappointment of unmet expectations combined with personal differences and professional pressures sometimes created a toxic situation that led Carol to have the strongest negative feelings she ever experienced toward anyone. Ultimately, this complicated relationship shows the realities behind show business glam. While audiences remember Carol and Corman as a perfect comedic duo, the truth behind the scenes was far messier, filled with emotional contradictions, struggles for control, and the deep, sometimes bitter feelings that happen when two strong personalities clash. Carol Burnett's profound and honest admission that she truly hated Harvey Korman more than anyone shows just how complex and human the relationships behind the laughter really were.